Recording in progress. What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick, HOUTX trader, right here in Houston, Texas. Guys, this is just for training. It's not for financial advice. If you need financial advice, please go see a financial planner. We're going to do one thing today, guys. We're going to look at Bitcoin. Actually, we might do two things. We might actually look, maybe three things. We'll see how we get going. Main point of focus, Bitcoin. All right. I'm pretty sure you guys can see my screen. It says that I'm sharing. So here we go. All right, guys. As you guys know, this entire time I've been calling out that Bitcoin was not bullish. And everyone thought in this area that I was crazy because I said we're not bullish. So we're going to start and we're going to break down this like I did a couple weeks ago on the daily. We're going to go all the way down to the very small time frames. Okay, guys? Look, here's the deal. We are bullish here. Okay. Overall, let me say this. Overall, Bitcoin is bullish. I get it. It's bullish. But right here, right now, in the last couple months, it's not. It's still bearish. Okay. So here we go. Now that the disclaimer is over, we had a high, we had a low, but I'm going to mark off with these little circles what the real highs and lows are. Right there and right there. Okay. Let me center this up, make it a little bigger. Because this is obviously the high. That's easy. This was the low that pushed off, and really, if we're talking big time frame, this is the low. Okay, and if we're talking big time frames, we zoom out here. That's the real low, because that low led to this gigantic buy off. So in January of 24, that was the real low buy off. Okay, so if we're looking at big Fibonacci's, big time moves, this is the Fibo. Okay. This order block is sitting right here at the 61.8, which again is the reason why I was calling it the whole time. And now down here, we have the last order block sitting right at the 88.6. This is why I also am calling this. Jesus Lord. Stop. Okay, sorry about that. Real life. Okay, so now we have that marked off. Let's get into a little bit smaller. Let's look at this. So if we think that overall the target of the market was to come back down and hit this order block, right? And the 61.8. This makes sense. High, low. It did not break that low. But look, this did not hit that liquidity. It did not take it out. And it did not set a higher high. Now this set a low here. Now we're like, okay, I see what's going on here. We're really not bullish anymore. Really, the market is about to turn on us. High, low, did not take that low out. High, not a higher high. Low, basically equal with this. Still hasn't taken out this wick. No, it did not set a higher high again. Now it took out the wick. Now this whole area of liquidity got taken out, aka liquidated, with right here. Now what happens? Now it's able to push all the way back up, but again, did not take out these wicks, did not take out a higher high. So we're still bearish. Double top, good to go. Now we have enough sellers here and here to give us a new low, taking out this liquidity. But look, it did not get into the order block. It did not hit 61.8. So during this last miniature bull run, I was the one calling that this was not a bull. We were still in a bear market. And sure as shit, I was calling out 70K the whole time. If you draw a line from here to the very top of that, it hit 70,000 to the penny. Okay. Bam. $70,000 psychological level. There it is. We sold off. Now we've taken out the 61.8. Now the only question is, now do we have enough juice to set an all-time high? The answer could be we very well could. We very, very well could set an all-time high right now. However, we do know that we do have this order block below and this 61.8, excuse me, 88.6 area down here. So I'm skeptical, but I do realize that the potential is very high, especially when you see a wick like this on the daily. This lets you know that we have that's liquidity. When you want to know if the market has taken liquidity out and screwed people over, you see a wick like that to the bottom or to the top. That wick cleared out that order block, sure as shit, and pushed off. So for now, the well, let's just do this. Make it simple. Look from here to here. For now, as you can see, we are still bearish, but we could very well be going bullish. That could very well be the end. Okay. So let's get in here a little bit closer and look at see what's going on as of right now. Okay. So we have the sell. Okay. So what's the first thing we do? We start looking at the markets. Let's draw the fib. Top to bottom. Right there. All right. We have our sell zone, which is in here. 88.78.6. That's the area where we're going to start looking to take sells, short the market. Okay, so there that is. I've also gone ahead and went out and marked off the daily support resistance areas. The way you do that, for those who don't know, is I go to the daily, I go to the line chart, and I look where highs meet lows. All right, lows, this low, these lows meet this high, meet this high, meet this here. Okay, you get the idea. This low meets this low consolidation, meets this high, this low meets this low, meets this low. Good God. Ah, damn puppy dogs. Okay. You get the idea. Let's come back in here back to the 4 hour. Reset this again. Okay. So now we are. That's how you get the daily support resistance areas. So now we've had one push, a retracement, a second push, and retracement. Well, this is where the Elliott waves come into play. Let's go down to the 1 hour so we can see the Elliott waves a little clearer. All right, let's reset the chart, and here we go. All right, bottom, retracement, push off. I don't know where this bottom retracement is, but basically this is what we're looking for, okay? So as you guys know, if I want to sell from up here, right, sell zone, I need to figure out where this is going to turn around at. I like to measure the second leg. Well, luckily for us, the second leg has already been made, okay? Push up, down, up. This is now retracing, so the second leg has been made. This TP area, 61.8, is matching up perfect with this little last order block. And, excuse me, I didn't mean to draw that line. And this 88.6, make it a little smaller. This 88.6 on the Fibonacci, right there. Okay, so we have an order block. We have the top of the order block. We have the 88.6. We have the 61.8. All right, so this is letting us know that this is where the turnaround hopefully is going to happen. Okay, so if we're expecting a turnaround, if we're expecting then price to go all the way up to there, then we need to buy until we get it there. Well, how do we buy? Okay, so if this is the second leg again that we're playing in here to here, I like to buy in the 78, 88.6, which is this area. Okay, that's our buy zone now. So we're buying so that we can take profit up here so we can again short the market. All right, well, let's look at this little area. Well, look at that. That is a gigantic fair value gap. Okay. We have the double bottom there. So in my opinion, I think the market is going to attack this double bottom first. Okay. It's going to attack the double bottom. It's going to hopefully fill in at least 50% of this fair value gap and then turn around and buy off. So for me, I am seeing that happening. That's what I want to see. Now, I do realize that the 61.8, okay, we're here at the 61.8, which is right above, blah, blah. I just see this area here as liquidity. So I want to see this come down, scoop through that, and then push off. All right. And so if that's the case, and that's what we want, well, we start to build our Elliott waves on the way down. There, down, up, down. I don't know that this is the bottom. It might not be the bottom. It might come to the 61.8 and then push back up to the 236, something like that, and then give us our full Elliott wave there. Okay. So I can't predict exactly where this E is going to be because I don't know if where the C is right now. Okay. So we have to kind of wait on that. But I mean, if we're talking about right this minute, we would measure that there to there. and your 61.8 is, pretty damn close to this half this fair value gap. It's still in our buy zone, and it's, so we have fair value gap, we have our buy zone, which is our fib 78, 88.6 on the buy side, and now we have a TP extension. Again, I just don't know where this is. I mean, it could be down to here even, because then our 236 would be in our buy zone. So again, we don't know. But at least we're getting some 3 different things already. Well, 4. You would have the Elliott wave, you would have the fair value gap, you would have the Fibonacci, and you would have the TP. So you've got 4 things, and now we're already starting to see an oversold on the RSI on this time frame. And so perhaps what we'll see on the RSI then is a push up, push down, push up right here on the 30, and that will give us our divergent. Okay, so this is what we're looking to see. We're early. We're not right now buying or selling right this minute because it's in no man's land. We have to be patient, and we have to wait for this price to come all the way back down here. Now, as you guys know, I like to do plan A's and plan B's and all that kind of stuff. So let's just delete all this stuff. The overall buy, like I said, it's going to be down here in the 55,000 area. All right, after this liquidity here is taken out. But if this is the bottom and this pushes up, perhaps we could take some short-term sells, and we could look at, well, there's a little order block, a little block of candles right here. Perhaps we could sell here. There's also the daily support and resistance area. All right. The 78, 88.6 is a little bit higher. It's way up here. Perhaps that might not be the best area. And I mean, if this is the daily support and resistance area, I mean, you do have some candles support resistancing right here, right? I know that this is not the best example of that, but here we do have some support, and it did reconsolidate in that area. So I think there's a good chance for at least to come up to here, find this order block, aka this previous support resistance, and then turn from there. So that might be an area where we can look to short the market in this area. Again, the stop loss in that case would be just above this block, just above the support resistance, and then see if we can't catch this all the way back down to here, which is, you can see right there is a 15-to-1 trade. I can't predict that, and well, it's super risky because you don't really know where the proper stop loss is, because you don't want to put your stop loss. If you're entering here, you don't want to put your stop loss away. I mean, that's too much for a trade that's there to there. It's not even a 3-to-1. So you'll have to be more sniperish on your stop loss, but at least this gives us an idea. All right. So that's the breakdown on Bitcoin. I kind of want to see it come up to come down. We want to see it buy and then push all the way back up to here over the next week or so. All right. And if it does that, then that's going to be the decision. When it gets right here is the decision. Is it then going to continue to this sell, come all the way back down to the 40s, or is it all-time highs? If it does go all-time highs from here, then we are clearly bullish. Let me undo that. I don't want to move that line, lock that. Nope. Undo that. Put this back in here. Lock, excuse me. I want to make sure these are locked in. I don't want them to move. Okay, they're all 3 locked. Okay. So that's it, man. That's the deal, guys. That's big time, short term and long term. And so when we hit the 70,000 mark up here in the 67,000 mark, that'll let us know what's happening for the next, what's the future of Bitcoin? Are we all time high in it, or are we going to turn around and come all the way? If this rejects, if it does reject this area, it rejects, there's only 2 things that can happen: double bottom. If it breaks that double bottom, it's coming down. Right? It could double bottom and come back up. Right? It could double bottom this. We don't know. Can't see that far into the future. But for now, what we can see is what I just explained. All right, that's it. I'm going to stop there. That's it. Yeah. Y'all have a good night. Stop, share, and